How's it going, fellow Umamusamers? Mr. Hands here. So it's kind of crazy how Oshinoko, being one of the most beloved manga and anime out there in the community, became one of the most argued about. The story deals with a dramatic introspection of the media industry, idols, actors, filmmakers, artists, VTubers, and more. Back then, people were like, this is peak, the best first episode ever, Oshi no peak. I am 14 and this is deep. And now, every time it trends, it's never for normal reasons. It's always drama. You open the comments and it's just people fighting for their lives. I swear, every time a new chapter dropped and the fandom turned into the Avengers Civil War, nobody's even talking about the actual story anymore. It's just, the ending sucks. What is Aqua cooking? Why are the siblings acting weird? Aka Akasaka, I wish you died in arson attack instead of Kyoto animation.
What did he say?
Because here's the thing, before all that chaos, there are still genuinely great arcs in the middle of the story. And season 3, I think it adapts one of the best ones, having a natural progression on where the story is and where it always has been going. This is the part where the characters get messier, the industry gets darker, it's uncomfortable, but in a really compelling way. So instead of arguing about the ending for the 100th time, I just want to talk about why season 3 might actually remind people why they liked Oshinoko in the first place. Season 3 should mostly cover the next arcs to the scandal arc from the manga, and a little setup for the movie arc, and possibly the scene that started the whole Twitter discourse. Quick side note before we get all into that, Oshinoko just does not miss with the openings and endings. Every season, it's straight into my Spotify immediately, no hesitation. But season 3's visuals might actually be my favorite so far. And god damn, since when did Akane have those bazungas? These don't even feel like normal anime openings, they feel like actual music videos. Super cinematic, really artsy, lots of symbolism and little character moments that hint at what everyone's going through. You can already see the loneliness, the tension, the darker tone. There's even some subtle foreshadowing if you're paying attention, which is kinda perfect because the song is hype, but the visuals are depressing. Basically, the whole show in 2 minutes. That tone shift kinda sums up the whole season too. What's funny about the current upcoming arcs this season is that technically this is the part where everyone's supposed to be winning. Aqua's landing acting gigs, Akane's getting bigger roles, Komachi goes viral. On paper, everyone should be winning, but it doesn't seem like that. Nobody's happier, more stressed, more distant. It's less, I made it, mom, and more like, welcome to the rest of your life in the industry. Fake smiles, networking, politics, smiling at people because your career depends on it. Where are you supposed to go in life where you are in a situation such as this? And that's just exhausting. But we know that the story isn't over. We got Aqua and Ruby's sperm donor lurking in the corner, thinking he's pulling the strings like he's Sephiroth or something. But it's not that type of show where it's just the villain they have to defeat. Because instead of throwing some big villain at them, the show just says, nope, the system itself is a problem. It's pressure. And that slow everyday pressure is exactly what pushes everyone into the mess they become later, especially Aqua. On paper, Aqua should be doing fine this season. He's not out for revenge anymore. He's landing more gigs, getting steady work, moving forward in his career. From the outside, it looks like he's finally stabilizing. Mentally though, man, he's cooked. There's this moment where Memcho calls him out for avoiding Kana. It turns into something way heavier. Not a ooh, spicy scene, but a sweet and salty one. He admits that he doesn't want to avoid her. He feels like he has to, because if an idol gets caught dating, the internet tears them apart. Scandal, harassment, career death, and even literal death. Exactly what happened to Ai. So in his head, distancing is protection. If I stay away from her, she's safe. And that's what makes it hurt. He's not being cold or dense or tsundere. He wants to be happy, but he's traumatized. Every decision that he makes is filtered through fear and guilt. He genuinely believes loving someone normally will get someone killed. And the thing is, we've literally seen how deep that trauma runs. Back in season 2, Kana casually asks him that hypothetical acting question, what would you do if your mom died? Not knowing that actually happened to him. She tells him to use personal, painful memories to act better, and he just crashes. Full mental breakdown, dissociates, passes out. That scene wasn't just being dramatic. It showed that he never even processed any of this. He buried it. Then later during the play, he finally channels that pain into his performance, connecting his anger, guilt, frustration into that acting scene, even imagining a world where I survived. I think that was one of the rawest moments in the whole show, and that's not just acting, that's his trauma leaking out. So when season 3 shows him making these cold, self-destructive decisions, it doesn't feel random, it feels consistent. This is just what happens when someone never heals and keeps weaponizing their pain instead. Also, bro, talk to her, communicate. Bro doesn't have object permanence. If I don't see or think my emotions, it must not be there.
Peekaboo!
Ah! How the hell did you do that? Look, I thought you disappeared, otherwise I wouldn't have picked my... Oh great, leave when I'm right in the middle of a sentence.
Please get therapy immediately. I will personally start the GoFundMe. Kana might honestly have the roughest season out of everyone, and what it makes it hurt is that nothing dramatic happens to her. There's no big villain targeting her, no master plan, no crazy twist. Aqua really spun the wheel and it just landed on Kana every time. It's just life. One of my favorite Kana panel moments from the manga is this one. Did I do something that makes you hate me so much? It's so real and I can't help but resonate with that. Her roles start drying up, Ruby's popularity explodes right past her. Aqua starts avoiding her. From her perspective, everything she ever worked for is slipping away at the same time, and she has no idea why. And I think it's such a painful, realistic kind of struggle. It's showing the insecurity within her instead of just some tragedy. Feeling left behind, feeling unwanted, watching everyone level up around you while you stay stuck, that quiet, maybe I'm just not good enough feeling. And that really hurts me. What I really like about Kana's writing is that she doesn't fall because she's lazy or incompetent. She works very hard. She's talented. We all know this. She's trying her best. The industry just doesn't give you a break. It doesn't care. And that's such an important theme in Oshinoko. Talent doesn't guarantee success. Effort doesn't guarantee anything. Sometimes it's just timing, luck, and optics. This makes what happens later in the Scandal arc hit even harder, because when paparazzi frames a completely normal meeting into some fake affair narrative, it almost ruins her career instantly. Not because she messed up, but because it looks bad. And that's terrifying. Imagine grinding for years just for one headline to end everything. She doesn't even get the dignity of making a mistake. It's all just bad luck and public perception. Oshinoko is so good at depicting these things, even back in season 1 with the whole Akane situation. That helplessness is what makes her arc so compelling. You can't even blame anyone. Some people are just scummy that way. That's why I think Kana works so well as a character. You don't watch her and think, wow, that's crazy. You watch and think her, yeah, that could be me. And that's way worse. But a big highlight I really like about season 3 is how Ruby changes. Not emotionally, but behaviorally. Earlier, she was the heart of the group, the sunshine idol chasing dreams, now treats the industry like chess. Meanwhile, everyone is still playing checkers. Every move is calculated. She doesn't take jobs because they are fun anymore. She takes them because they boost visibility. She networks strategically, sets up situations, even stirs messy production drama if it generates buzz. You start to realize that she's not just working hard, but engineering these outcomes, and that's what makes it scary. She's still smiling, still acting cute, but behind all the scenes, she's manipulating the board, who to talk to, what creates attention, and what builds clout. The craziest part is that it works. She blows up fast, gets known, outshines everyone, but it doesn't feel triumphant end to end, like innocence quietly dying. And Aqua, Mr. Manipulation himself, starts side-eyeing her decisions. If Aqua thinks you're going too far, you're cooked. That's why Ruby's arc hits so hard. She doesn't turn evil. She stopped being naive. Season 3 isn't fun. It's not the yay idols season. It's the season where everything gets uncomfortable. But I think that's why it works. We've already had these moments in the previous seasons. It's not trying to be dramatic for the sake of it. It's just showing what happens when talented people get thrown into an industry that doesn't necessarily care about them, and how that pressure slowly changes who they are. You don't have to like where the story eventually goes. I get the complaints. Trust me, there's no big heroic talk no jutsu speech, no clean win, no big we did it moment. This season, we learned that it usually comes down to compromises, media deals, and damage control. In this world, truth doesn't really matter, narrative does. Which honestly explains 90% of Twitter. But if nothing else, Season 3 reminds me why I cared about the series so much in the first place. It's messy, it's ugly, it's human. Anyway, I'll probably still be watching every week, stressed, emotionally invested, and pretending I'm not. Let me know what you think, and yeah, pray for Kana, because the author certainly won't.